What do we truly value? What do I value as an individual? Everyone's got a part to play, and I truly believe that everybody's doing their part because everything we do has an impact.
Step out of the system and create a new system.
We'll start in 2 minutes. We've got just perfect time and wait for these guys to come through.
Cool. We are the co-creators.
These man-made constructs. Kira, do you want to be on the live feed?
Hi everybody.
It's all man-made bullshit. You get somebody into the garden and show them how simple life can be.
This is exciting. We've got the star of the show just arrived. So when they walk in the door, everyone all together, what we're going to do is going to clap and we're going to, yeah, we're going to celebrate. We're just going to like clap, right? Here he is. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey! Happy days. This is Josh and Ziggy. You might recognise them from the movie coming up. But I'm really excited. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm gonna invite Uncle Alan to share in a moment with us all just a bit of a welcome to this beautiful sacred land that we're on in this beautiful region of Australia. And then he's going to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land. What an amazing privilege that we get to be here, actually, in this beautiful country, in this amazing time period. Yeah. We're also going to have Adam play us a tune. We're blessed that he's an amazing musician. He's going to play us one of his new tracks.
Yeah, I literally wrote this like 2 days ago.
Very exciting. We're also going to have Amber's going to share some of her singing. But also thrown in. We came up with this program just now, but Amber is obviously my partner. She helped with the dinner, which was really lovely, and we have her dad here with us from Melbourne tonight. Yeah. And my mum, of course, Shay Douglas at the top. But Amber's going to also take us through a guided meditation just for a couple of minutes. So where we can all come into synchronization, into harmony, to envision a beautiful planet that we want to see for the world. And then after that, I also want to introduce Mark, who's featured in the film. He's going to share a quick story with you all.
Good story.
Great story. It's a very inspiring one, very exciting one. And I'll also share a little bit, and then we'll get to the film, which will do the rest of the talking. And at the end, feel free to stick around if you want to share anything as well. We'll have a bit of a talking circle and then we'll wrap up the evening. So I want to invite Uncle Alan, come and share with us, please.
Stay there. Yeah. So when I was at Mark and Millie's place and they told me about this evening, it was without hesitation that I felt it's right to be here, it's right to come, it's right to be in this space with so many people who are in the same consciousness level. So here we are. But it's also interesting that not that long ago there was not even a thought about doing any acknowledgement of the local or the cultural people who looked after this land for thousands and thousands of years. And so this evening it's just an absolute honour to be able to acknowledge that we are on Kabi land. I actually have some Kabi connections through some family, but I'm not sure how far up my mob can actually go, so I won't do a welcome, but it's proper to do an acknowledgement, to give respect in that regard. So it's just right and honour to acknowledge that this is land, as you rightly said, that was looked after, cared for and nurtured by the cultural people who saw this land as their birthright and as their mother to care for, to look after, to nurture. So this is what I'm seeing. We are going into this space where more and more people are being aware of this is our role, this is what we are invited to be part of. So I'd like to acknowledge that we are on Kabi land, and give respect for those who came before, those that are with us now, and those that are yet to come.
Thank you, Colleen. Appreciate it. Awesome.
My turn?
You're up, brother.
So yeah, I literally wrote this song a few days ago, so no one but me has ever heard it. Right? But when I was writing it, I kind of was thinking about kind of community and wanting to sort of be in that and sort of sustain and endure and continue. And so there's some English lyrics, and then there's a Hindu mantra as well, which is about the two gods, Vishnu and Lakshmi. In case anyone doesn't know anything about them, they are sort of an analogy essentially for sustaining and coming together and enduring and being whole, right? Which I guess in that moment felt very much what I was feeling, and kind of that sort of coming together kind of feeling. Right? So kind of seemed like it made sense for this. So I'm going to have my phone there just so I can look lyrics. And I'll invite people to sing when we get to that. We will rise on.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
So with that, we'll just drop in a little bit further. So if it feels okay to do so, then you could close the eyes down. And we'll just allow the spine to just sit a little longer, if possible. And just almost as if we're arriving in space right now even more. So really just allowing the dust to settle. And we'll just take a collective breath to bring us back into this space. So taking a big inhale through the nose, fill up the belly and the chest. And then take an exhale out the mouth, let go. And we'll do 2 more just like that. So breathe in, belly and chest rises. And then out the mouth to release. Last one, taking a full breath in. And a big breath out. Now as you sit, just allowing your awareness to come into the heart space. Sinking into your heart. And allowing the heart to soften just a little. And visualizing the heart space like a lotus flower. Every breath in, you notice how the petals just start to unfurl a little more. You have this sense of expanding. In the heart space, the energy of the heart starts to reach wider outwards. In our heart. So we allow the energy of our spirit to become as big as the space of the room. Reaching our heart space to all of those around us, finding this connection. And then allowing the heart space to reach further out towards the sky and outwards. The intelligent heart that expands. Allowing the compassion to move outward. And with that energy of the heart now bringing the awareness up towards the third eye, the space between the eyebrows. The space of visualization. Into your mind's eye this new earth. Our energy is our intention. So what is it that we're cultivating? What seeds are we planting? visualizing what you see for this life, for this earth, and allowing this intention to radiate outwards. Bringing this visualization back into the heart now. Back into this physical body. How would it feel to be in your intention in every moment? Feel that now in your body, allow it to radiate out through every cell. Take a full breath in through the nose, fill up the belly and the chest. And take a big sigh out the mouth, release. And this time take an inhale through the nose, just pause for a moment. And then take a long breath out the nose this time. Allowing this intention to ground through the feet into this reality. Bringing the hands together at the heart in prayer position. This gesture of allowing the left and the right sides of the body to meet. Coming into balance. And bowing your head towards your fingertips in reverence to yourself, to all others, to Mother Earth, and to your intention. Gently blinking the eyes open. Just taking a little look around you when you're ready and just drinking all the beautiful faces in with your gaze. Thank you.
Thank you, Amber and Adam and Uncle Alan. I want to introduce also Uncle Mark to share a new story. I'll just quickly introduce Mark actually, because this man he's a bit of an inspirational man, and you might recognise him. We are here for a movie night, but we did have the bonus extra amazing musicians in house and amazing people all around us. In fact, you know. How lucky are we to be able to do this together, to be together? Blessed. Yeah, we are blessed, really. Really fortunate. And I got to meet Mark on beautiful Stradbroke Island. You'll see in a moment, he features in the film, as well as young Ziggy in the back, my nephew, who's sitting on his dad's knee. But maybe, Mark, you want to introduce the story?
Yeah, good story.
Yeah.
Let me come up there a bit.
Yeah, come up.
Come on, Nick. Just for a minute. It looks like a nice seat there.
There's a better microphone
That's
there.
a better seat. Oh,
This
I like
is storytelling
that seat.
seat. Look, you could even tell us a story out of a book.
Once upon a time.
Read us a story.
Once upon a time, story, like all stories start. I was inspired to take a lovely villa at North Stradbroke Island for the Island Vibes event. And the brief that I had was from Spirit. You've got to go over there and do something with those kids at the Island Vibes Festival. So about 45, 50 kids came under the Rainbow Serpent Dragon and then spiralled into the Whale Circle, which was a place where sacred business had been taking place with the cultural presentations just 5-10 minutes before. And they just did this whale dreaming, other good things with their visions. So that's a true statement. And so Shay interviewed me, and Earth Hero I became. Yeah. That'll do. Hey, good.
He's going to pinch the microphone there. Good man. So you're probably thinking, like, the relevance of that story was, as Mark had mentioned, you know, this focus on the regeneration for the next generation. And when I had the chance to sit with Bruce Lipton, it was in 2019. It was on the 1st of January, and I was at one of my favourite festivals, Woodford Folk Festival. Who knows? Give it a big cheer. Yeah! Well, a great festival, coming back to life again, which is fantastic this year. But I was sitting with him, and we were talking about, you know, the next generation, literally, you know, the young generations coming through. But and I was in a period of my life where I was kind of a little bit like searching and seeking and looking for answers and solutions, because we could all recognize, you know, the world's not perfect, maybe. There's the things that we can, you know, work on, let's say, and improve and grow and evolve and shift. And we're probably all very lucky that we're all going through our own internal, external changes and, you know, shifts in our own lives in many different ways, whether it be our jobs or our, you know, our living environment or our family. Or has anyone had a change recently over the last couple of years? Little or big? How big? This big? Little? So we can recognise we're all a part of a changing world, quite significantly and on many different scales, and it doesn't exempt anyone. Essentially, we're all part of this, you know, co-creation of this story that we're a part of in this life. And so I remember when I was chatting to him, I was really concerned about, you know, the next generation coming through, and what does that look like for our nephews and our nieces and our children and our grandchildren. And being alive, I really feel that there's a responsibility. And when I interviewed Dr. Carl about this, I loved his words, because he stepped up and he said, "This is my duty. You know, this is what I'm here for." And that really, really stuck out for me and really resonated, and something that was pierced my heart in a sense. And I really felt called to dive a little bit deeper with Bruce. I was really honoured with his time, actually, because he did this great big presentation for hundreds of people. And I went up to him afterwards with my dad, and we were like, see if you can get, you know, his attention. He's really, obviously, well-known, high calibre, high profile. Anyone not know Bruce Lipton?
Dived with him.
Dive? Wow, there you go. Yeah. Everyone obviously knows Bruce. Phenomenal man, dedicated his life to phenomenal work, and it's paradigm shifting for our times. And really honour that gentleman and admire him, yeah. He's got many books.
Yeah, I've got a lot of his books.
All of them? Yep.
A biology of belief.
Biology of belief, exactly, yeah. That's exactly right. And so I was asking him, you know, what does it look like for millennials in this world, changing worlds? And I love the answer that he shared with me, and it was all about simply doing what you love. Because when you do what you love, it comes from your heart, you know. And what we're going to watch tonight, this is a piece of art that has come from my heart. And I must acknowledge all the other people that have contributed to this film as well, because no one person can create something like this. And one of my good friends who I created the film with on the journey, Thomas Lowth, he was instrumental in this. Another good friend, Pablo, with the underwater camera, getting all the underwater cinematography, just phenomenal in this film. And also, you know, all the people who are in the film, like you guys, and people that contributed to watching the film. So that there's this ripple effect that is naturally just happening, and I'm really grateful for, and I just wanted to acknowledge that aspect of it. And something really cool that I wanted to share on the journey of making the film, that has been part of my journey as a filmmaker, capturing these stories of, you know, everyday people, essentially, like people like you and me. We're just regular people in the world, but we've got this extraordinary belief that we have a sense of hope in our hearts that we carry in the way that we do what we do, because that's a choice that we get to create music, create films, create sound by singing or speaking, or, you know, being alive in this experience, moving through time and space, literally with our conscious awareness that we can create food, you know, to feed our community that serves ultimately, which is a really beautiful thing to be a part of. And yeah, as Uncle Alan said, you know, what a blessing that we get to experience this. And so a lot of this film was actually filmed with this really cool toy. It's one of my favorites and one of Ziggy's favorites. This is a Mavic Pro 2 drone, flips out and flies around, and it's really cool little amazing technology that's available for humanity at this time. It's got a 3-axis gimbal, and it's a really fun toy. I just love. This is my 3rd drone. I have crashed the other 2.
When drones, I cannot not say that we went to a People's Revolution thing up at Cotton Creek.
Yep.
Someone had a drone up.
Yep.
And this magpie came along.
Swooped it.
What are you doing here? and gave the drone a really hard time.
Gets out.
But was captured in the whole film.
I think I saw it.
Seriously, all right.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
That's
so
really cool.
I just had to say that because this bird was going, what are you doing here? But then became part of the whole thing.
I love it.
Amazing.
Special. That's really cool. So as well as the drone, yeah, thank you for sharing. We've got the camera. I just wanted to show this because there's something coming really cool. It's even cooler than this. But for me as a creative, I'm a very artistic, creative person trying to capture, you know, the essence of the story of a human being and of this life and of this experience. And so most of the film was actually shot on this camera with different lenses. I've got a variety of lenses, but I just wanted to show that because it gives people a little bit of context with the tools that we have available to be able to not just share a message from our hearts, but, you know, capture a moment in time and space of what is real for us as human beings, you know. Although this is a very limited window of time and space that we're showcasing and shortened, exactly. The significance of impact that it can have. I mean, for me, my life growing up in this day and age, I've had, like, you know, a lot of emotional roller coaster journeys, watching different films and documentaries, and the power that it holds. Because even Bruce speaks to this, our brain it can't distinguish the difference between a screen, a dream, and reality. Wow. We actually, it pictures it and we feel it all in the same. Yeah. And so there's inherent power to that creation. And it's almost like we're stepping into the screen, into a moment in time and space which we're transporting to, and we're observing as the observer of our observation. So it becomes like this, you know, we can peel back the layers, let's say. And as we peel back those layers, we go deeper into, you know, our own truth. Because every single one of us is going to have a different story of the story, right? We're going to perceive it in different ways. And so the intention of this film is to invite you into an opportunity to observe, you know, a moment in time and space, and drop into your own self, your own feeling in your own heart, and just take it for how it feels ultimately. And it was the intention to inspire people. We were like, yeah, we want to, you know, make a difference in the world, and we want to send out that inspiration. And so we thought the best way to do that and have the biggest impact was to create a movie. And so this is where the movie was. This is the movie you're going to watch in just a minute, I promise. We're getting there, we're getting there.
What you just said, Shay, it's important if what we see in a movie, a dream, or reality, so important what we put into our visual
That's right.
moment.
Exactly.
Each day, every moment, it's a conscious thought what we choose to put in that space.
100%, you're exactly right. For those that didn't hear at the back, what Lissa was saying is that, we have the choice, the key point of what we choose to ultimately feed our consciousness. And we get to choose, how we be in the world. One really cool thing before we start the movie, maybe I'll just get the lights, is this is the original. When I was about this young fella's age here, Ziggy, my nephew, I was a little bit older, but my dad took me on a trip over to Nepal. I've been really blessed and extremely privileged in my life to be able to see such vast corners of the world. And when I was 7, I had no idea what I was in for, but Dad took me, and this camera, this is the original camera that we got to document the experience hiking across the Himalayas, the world's highest mountains. That's the next project that's coming, so it's coming very soon to a home near you. But this is the original camera. I just wanted to share this because this was also not only the original camera that we captured the trip in, but this was one of the original cameras where I started my filmmaking journey with. And whether that was, by conscious choice or by instruction by my dad to say, grab that, Shay, and film me this time. That was all part of the destiny of life, these synchronicities. And so...
What's the brand? What is it?
It's a Sony digital handycam, one of the, cutting edge of its time.
That's nice.
And when it was so small.
I love how compact that is.
Tiny camera. This was way ahead of its time when it came out. And little cassettes. And so just recently, actually, this camera had it's busted. It's no longer working. Really sad because we've got all these cassettes. And last week I went and got a second-hand handycam that plays the cassettes, and we were able to capture all the footage.
Yeah, you can put those on a little stick.
Make them digital.
Somebody did all of mine. 35 2-hour films she took off there.
Cool.
She was a mom at home with babies.
Nice.
She did it, and transferred everything on a program on a Mac and just put it all.
Perfect.
I have a stick this big with 35 2-hour.
Epic. That's the next steps for that one. So
it was worth paying her. I think it was $2.
Yes. Nothing for the memories. So that's just something cool that I wanted to share with you guys. We're going to start the movie before it gets too late. We might need to shift a few chairs.